Your brain has a setting that quietly limits your potential. It feels safe, comfortable, and strangely familiar every single day. But what if that safety is slowly shrinking your future? Most people never notice it happening while life feels stable, because comfort rarely feels dangerous when you're inside it. Here's the strange part nobody talks about honestly enough. Your brain treats growth almost the same way it treats danger. New opportunities trigger alarms before excitement even appears. A promotion, new city, or honest conversation can feel threatening, not because they are harmful, but because they are unfamiliar. And your brain's first job is survival, not personal expansion. So it pushes you toward what already feels predictable. You call it stability, but your brain calls it safety. Think about moments you said, maybe later, not now. That project idea, that application, that difficult conversation avoided. You weren't lazy, you were protecting psychological comfort. What most people don't realize is readiness rarely arrives naturally. The brain avoids uncertainty, so ready keeps moving forward endlessly. Comfort feels like rest, yet quietly reduces your possibilities. Skills stop stretching when challenges disappear from daily decisions. Confidence fades when you stop proving things to yourself, and slowly, options begin closing without obvious warning signs. Here's what actually happens inside your brain during comfort. A small system scans constantly for anything new or uncertain. When something unfamiliar appears, it labels it potential threat instantly. Not logical threat, just unfamiliar territory needing extra energy. So repeating yesterday feels easier and strangely rewarding. Relief becomes the reward for staying exactly the same. That's why routines feel right, even when growth feels distant. Imagine staying years in a job that no longer challenges you. You know change might help, yet hesitation always wins quietly. The alarm activates long before rational thinking catches up. Your brain protects the known world like an overprotective guard. Anything labeled new gets stopped at the mental gate. The result feels calm, but your world slowly becomes smaller. Here's the hidden pattern most people completely misunderstand. Zero stress does not create safety. It creates stagnation instead. When everything is predictable, the brain stops adapting actively. Growth needs challenge the same way muscles need resistance. No resistance means comfort, but also zero strength development. Too much pressure causes panic and shutdown responses instead. But between comfort and panic exists a powerful middle space. Not all discomfort is created equal, and that matters deeply. There is a zone where effort feels slightly uncomfortable, yet manageable. Your heart beats faster, but curiosity still stays alive. That feeling means your brain is actively rewiring itself. Think about learning something difficult for the first time. Awkward at first, frustrating sometimes, but progress slowly appears. The discomfort is actually a training signal, not a warning. Your brain adapts only when gently pushed beyond familiarity. This is where confidence is built, not inside easy repetition. The real danger isn't fear, it's avoiding useful discomfort forever. Growth rarely comes from dramatic leaps or sudden transformations. It comes from small stretches repeated consistently over time. Asking one question in meetings instead of staying silent. Trying one skill that feels slightly outside your expertise. Taking small social risks instead of waiting for certainty. Each tiny stretch updates what your brain considers normal. Yesterday's fear slowly becomes tomorrow's comfortable routine. Your comfort zone expands only when you gently challenge it. So instead of asking how to feel completely safe today, ask what small stretch strengthens your future self tomorrow. Because comfort begins as protection, but can become a quiet cage. And cages rarely feel like cages until years have passed. Imagine two versions of you 10 years from now. One stayed safe, avoiding risk, living inside predictable boundaries. The other chose small discomforts that expanded ability and confidence. Same person, different choices repeated in ordinary moments. Your future self is shaped in tiny decisions, not big speeches. Comfort is not the enemy, but staying there permanently is costly. Growth begins when discomfort becomes something you choose intentionally. So today, pick one small action that feels slightly uncomfortable. Not overwhelming, not dramatic, just enough to stretch gently. Because the question is no longer comfort or fear. The real question is simple: comfort, cost, or conscious choice.